Rotator cuff. It's a term you certainly have heard about, but have you ever wondered what exactly is this structure and what is its function? Hey everyone, this is Dr. Zachary Reed at Performance Sport and Spine, and today's video I'll be discussing all things rotator cuff. And at the end of the video I'll show you my 5 favorite exercises for rehabbing this condition. So the rotator cuff is actually comprised of 4 separate muscles: the supraspinatus, the infraspinatus, the teres minor, and the subscapularis, and they attach from the shoulder blade to the humeral head. And as a whole, they basically dynamically stabilize the shoulder joint, which is a ball and socket joint between your shoulder blade and the humeral head. More specifically, the posterior cuff, so the supraspinatus, the infraspinatus, and the teres minor, help stabilize the shoulder in lifting, pressing, and external rotation. And the anterior cuff, which is the subscapularis, helps stabilize the shoulder joint in lifting, pulling, and internal rotation. So any exercise or activity that moves or loads the shoulder is going to use a rotator cuff. But more specifically, exercises such as bench press, shoulder press, and external rotation use more of the posterior cuff. On the converse, exercises such as pull-ups, rows, and internal rotation is used more of the anterior cuff. So now we're going to go over our 5 favorite exercises for rehabbing the rotator cuff. So we picked these 5 exercises because we want to rehab the shoulder in pressing motions, pulling motions, and rotation motions. So for the lateral raise, in a standing position with your arm straight holding a light weight, raise your arm out to the side toward the ceiling. The weight should be light enough that you can raise your arm all the way overhead without too much difficulty. Increase the weight over time. Some people may find to bring the arm a little bit forward in the scapular plane as we demonstrate here, and then raise it in that position. So for pressing, you can either use a bench press or dumbbell press or a push-up. For the dumbbell press, lay on your back with the dumbbells light, bring them all the way down, and make sure you get that full extension up. For a push-up, you may need to start on your knees initially, but it's important that you get that full range of motion when rehabbing this joint. For pulling, we either can do a lat pull down or a dumbbell row. If you don't have a lat pull down, you can just throw a band over a squat rack as we demonstrate here and then pull down. Again, make sure you use a light enough band that you can do the full range of motion initially, gain control, and then increase over time. For the dumbbell row, you're going to want to put yourself on a bench and again, pull the weight all the way up, driving your elbow towards the ceiling and to get that full range of motion. Then for external and internal rotation, probably the best way to do it is just lay on your back with your shoulder and elbow at 90 with a light weight. Rotate your arm all the way down towards the floor, both directions. Now you may need to initially reduce the range of motion and then increase over time, and that's fine. But again, the weight should be light enough that you have pretty good control and then increase slowly over time. And then lastly, external rotation with pressing. So facing a band that's anchored away from you, bring your arm up to a 90-90 position. Rotate your upper arm up towards the ceiling, and then keeping your glutes and abs lightly squeezed so you don't extend your back, press your hands straight up towards the ceiling. If your band is falling forward or your arm is falling forward, step a little bit closer and take less resistance and then increase over time. Thank you so much for watching our video on rotator cuff. We hope you found it educational and give you some practical means to rehab. If you did find this video beneficial, please like it and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to check out our other videos.